What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. This is going to be a bunch of bad news. There's no good news that's going to be talking about today. Like Stephen A. Smith, this is bad. This is very, very bad. With me, as always, I got the bros with me. Say what's up, Dom.
What's going on with y'all? Let's go ahead and get this started. Think some crazy things happening.
Yeah, I tell you, how you feeling, Jerry?
Feeling good. It's good to see y'all.
Huncho? No. Yeah. First and foremost, Hornets. What are we doing? Like, what's the end game here? I'm so confused. Are they trying to do an OKC and trade for a bunch of middle schoolers that'll come and give them a chip? I don't know. I don't know. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. We're just gonna go right into it because there's been a lot of trades that's been going around. We're also gonna. So yeah, this is what this is gonna be about. We're gonna talk about a LaMelo trade. We're gonna talk about the Giannis trade. We're gonna talk about how John Morant got traded for like a Arby's meal or something like that. If we're being honest, Arby's meal with the drink not included. I don't know what's going on in the NBA right now. Anywho, let's go right into LaMelo Ball. This was that was a very upsetting news that I got that morning when I saw that the Hornets are looking to trade. And I said, trade who? They said, Ball. I said, Lonzo Ball. When did we get Lonzo? Now they said LaMelo. I said, why are we trading? Why are we trading LaMelo Ball? It don't make sense. We were coming off one of our best seasons yet. The chemistry was at an all-time high. We just had a great, crazy, upcoming rookie, almost round rookie of the year, of Con Knipple. Chemistry was like plus 100. So what did the Hornets do? They traded away their first round draft pick, LaMelo. I forgot how many years ago that was.
Six.
About 6 years ago. Yeah, we traded him away. We said goodbye. And also we traded away Miles Bridges, who,
27 days, 27 nights.
you can't you can't get rid of 27 days, 27 nights. You can't get rid of him. But I don't know what the Hornets is doing. Jerry, can you tell me what the Hornets are doing?
Man, I've been trying to make heads or tails of it. At first, I thought this would be a really good trade because I mean we got Nas Reed, right? And I'm a big fan of Nas Reed, a guy that has his height, his ability to be able to dribble and shoot and do all and rebound and defend, do all these different things. I was like, oh, he's perfect. But then I was looking at some of the other things and I was like, I don't know it. But I think really what the Hornets are trying to do, and I'll keep it brief, I think they're just trying to sell high. This last season, LaMelo, it was probably his best season, honestly. He made an all-star. Was it this year or was it? Yeah, he made an all-star this year, if I'm not mistaken. He's only like two-time all-star, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Because he
think
made
he
an
just won,
all-star
right?
his I think he made an all-star team his second year in the league,
Yeah, I think so.
but I don't think he's been an all-star since except this past season, I believe. Y'all can fact check me on that. But this is his best season that he's had. The previous seasons that he's had before that, the last four seasons, I mean, he was hurt. So the Hornets really just kind of sold high and said, "Hey, this guy had a great season. He wasn't injured last year. He was productive. He helped us at least get to the play-in, which is a big plus. What are the offers?" And it kind of sucks because, like you said, Anthony, we were kind of clicking, chemistry was all good, but at the end of the day, I mean, like I said earlier before the season started, when we were podcasting beforehand, is his play style conducive to winning? This particular year, it seemed like it was, right? The chemistry was getting right. You had Khan, everything seemed to be finally starting to fall into place. But as everybody knows, when it comes to business, you sell high. So you try to go and build around, maybe some other people. So I think that's what the Hornets are doing. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and there's no dig at Nas Reed. I'm a huge Nas Reed guy. Ever since he was like high school Jelly Fam days,
Mm.
I'm a huge Nas Reed guy. However, I felt like we should have had a little bit more gravy to put on the chicken with that. That's not. In what universe do I think that Nas Reed can do what LaMelo did? Not this universe, unfortunately. But I mean, like I said, we'll have to kind of see this year. Dom, what do you think about this LaMelo trade?
Like we talked about when this first happened, the Hornets are making it clear that they're building around two people. Brandon Miller and Con Knipple, as I call him, King Con, because he came from Duke. I genuinely think that if Coop wasn't on Duke, he would have been the number one option.
Mm.
If we're being honest, while Coop was still doing everything that he did, Con Knipple was still getting down there doing the dirty work. It's not like he's a small body. He's 6'8". He has size on him. He can shoot the rock. He broke records, shooting records that Steph Curry has only broken. He surpassed that. So he has a bright future with the Hornets, if we're being honest. We finally got a big one, Nas Reed, but honestly, honestly, I have been saying this for the past 2 years that we should have been traded Miles Bridges. I would have traded him before Melo, respectfully, because what? How many points have Miles Bridges been averaging? Do anybody know that?
I want to
That
say,
means he ain't averaging enough if
oh,
we don't know
Point taken.
it.
yeah.
Like it's yeah, he's the vet of the Hornets, but these past 3 years, he ain't been doing jack except for getting in trouble, making tough for our PR team, for the Hornets PR team. So it's I'm glad that we traded him, but respectfully, I would have traded him before Melo.
Miles Bridges is kind of like a PR nightmare. If you know, you know. Respectfully, if you've been paying attention to Charlotte Hornets basketball for the past couple years, then you know.
Hey, LaMelo was a menace on them roads too, man. Car accidents left and right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I just felt like if they wanted to do something like this, they should have done this a while ago. Maybe trade Lamelo maybe 2, 3 years ago. Not trade him. Obviously, Junior said let's trade him because this is a business. Let's sell him high. But I feel like that wasn't a good trade. Is selling Lamelo Ball for not Nas Reed like that trade off? Is that as high as they could get? I feel like they could have went a little bit higher, in my opinion, because if you can get away Lamelo Ball, I want somebody of that same caliber. Nas Reed was not that caliber. Lamelo Ball was our number one option. Nas Reed was the number
He was the
four
best man
option.
off the bench last year. Sixth man of the year.
Nah,
That's no small thing. I'm just saying. I don't want to downplay what Nas Reed has done, like by saying like it wasn't an even trade. Like, was it a little lopsided? Yeah, because
yes.
maybe because LaMelo's more exciting, perhaps. But in terms of the output that you're gonna get, Nas Reed is likely gonna start for the Hornets. Let's get that
Yeah.
out of the way. He's likely going to be a starter, starting at the four. As a starter, we have no idea what he can really do as a consistent starter. We're going to find out though.
You know,
I truly believe that, and I do trust the coach too. I trust. I don't know about the GM, but I do trust Charles Lee and what he's building. So we'll see how it goes.
this is my issue. This reminds me of when we traded Kimba for Terry Rozier.
That
Do
was a
y'all
good trade
know,
for us though. Kimba was on his way out. He was injury prone. He was on his way out at that time.
Junior? So this was us with Kimba, right? You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we got Terry Rozier. This will happen.
Terry was coming off of some really good years though with Boston. Remember?
But not as a number one option. Kimba was the number one option.
Hmm.
Terry Rozier was not a number one option. And if we're being honest, Nasri was on a really good team. He was on a really good team. So that's what I'm saying. I need to expect a lot from Nas Reed, and I don't know. I'm just as a Charlotte fan, I'm very upset because Lamelo Ball was fun to watch. I think that in times that we needed somebody to shoot the ball, he was the one to shot the ball, whether he missed or made, whatever. But I remember when we went up against Miami in that play-in game, he had to hit some tough shots, him and Kobe White. But when it was down to that last option to get a bucket, it went straight to the LaMelo. He went straight to the bucket. I don't know if I remember. He drove, did that layup. He got fouled like crazy, made the lay. Boom, game time.
Absolute cinema.
Can
But he
Nas do the
also
same thing? Huh?
but he also injured Bam, so let's not forget that.
Call it what you want.
I don't know. He ain't Zaza Pachulia, Bam. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not
He's a
like
new
a
Draymond
LaMelo.
Green.
We're gonna talk about Draymond Green a little bit too. Draymond, you're not safe, buddy. But how about this? So obviously we all graduated high school, Dom, surprisingly.
Oh,
And
oh.
how would you grade this trade off, including the picks and the pick swaps? Me personally, I give it a C minus.
Mm.
What
I
do y'all
think
think?
I'd probably give it a I'd probably go maybe C plus, honestly.
I say B minus.
B minus. You got some high expectations for Nas, don't you?
Look, Nas Reed, for his size, he has the deepest bag in the NBA. Let's not forget who Nas Reed is.
I mean, that's neither here nor. Well, yeah, no, I'll agree with you there. I'll agree with you there.
I can't
I,
disagree, honestly.
Nobody's moving that quick and that efficient and that smooth as and that
At
And
that
type
then
height.
of
he's
build.
doing it on both sides of the floor. That's
Yeah.
the reason why I was not mad at this trade. Because respectfully, if Miles Bridges had have been there for the Hornets, Miles would have been at the 4, Nas Reed at the 5, which means he can stretch the floor how we play with Conk and Nipple, but he can get down there and get boards. And then uh what's the big that we had last year? I can't think of his name.
Moose.
Moose.
Yes, sir.
Moose, respectfully, he's down there to get boards too. He can't do much else but get boards. So it would have been really the Twin Towers. I really would have put probably Nas at the 4, Moose at the 5, maybe put Miles at the 3 if we had kept Miles.
He's like 6'8", 6'7",
Yeah,
so he's not a big guy. So that would have been perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
but we traded him away. So we also can't forget that we do got PJ Hall. I ain't gonna lie, like seeing glimpses of PJ Hall at the summer league, I think it was last year, or year before last. I have high hopes for him too, but I think they sent him to the G League. So if we was to call him up, if they was to call him up,
Ain't like the minor leagues, buddy. You don't just get called up overnight.
Yeah.
I got trust.
Especially if
Either you there or you not.
they just
Honestly.
drafted some pretty good players too, so he's gonna have to really fight for his
6'10"
spot.
No, my fault, my fault. We ain't got him no more. We doggone traded him after that one good summer league. We declined him,
Oh.
and then the Grizzlies picked him up.
Mm.
I don't
That's
remember
my
that.
fault. But yeah, PJ Hall, that boy in the summer league was hooping. I was hoping that we was gonna keep him, but we didn't because he was a big body too. I think he like 6'8", 230 something.
Ooh.
Mm.
Wow.
I
I
tell you
think
what.
the most
Oh, go ahead, Drake.
Sorry, I just wanted to say I think the most disappointing thing about this trade for me though was that they didn't seem to really get anything
In return.
like soon. Like
Yeah.
they got Nas, okay, that's great, but then all those other draft picks they were like pick swaps, which they have no control of, and they're like 2033, 2030, 2028, 2027. I'm like, y'all couldn't get something like I know the draft is already over, but y'all couldn't have like gotten something else. Like it wasn't recent enough for me, like so it's such a futuristic thought process. Like, what are you building up towards, And maybe they have something else up their sleeve. I mean, there's still a lot of free agents out there. They still have time to impress us. And if they do, we'll be right back on this podcast talking about it. So we'll see what happens.
Shoot, we might be able to get Jalen Brown for a pack of chips. Who knows? Celtics
That would
hate that.
be
The Celtics
that
hate
would be
that
great.
man for whatever reason. But
They
speaking of
hate
big, I tell you, it don't make no sense. Speaking of big bodies, Giannis Antetokounmpo is now on the Miami Heat. That's going to be a weird sight to see. Who would
Yeah.
have guessed that? So players that were sent to Milwaukee: Tyler Hero, Kel Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr. I'm a fan of Jaime, respectfully.
Yep. I mean,
And I can't even pronounce bro's name. Kasparis Jakosianis.
sure.
Not sure who that is. And obviously, obviously the Heat acquired Giannis Antetokounmpo, which
And Bobby Portis.
yes,
Fan favorite.
huge fan of Bobby Portis. Cannot forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting to see Giannis in the West somewhere. Was not thinking that he was gonna stay in the East. That's that's kind of weird, but hey, I would have wanted him away from my conference respectfully, but I don't
Hmm.
know. I digress. Um, I mean, hey, we knew Giannis was gonna leave. We just couldn't pinpoint where he was gonna go. We know they were talking about Giannis going to the Warriors at one point, and the Timberwolves were hunting for Giannis at one point, but I think the Timberwolves wanted like some first round picks with like some other stuff. Like they were asking for a lot apparently. I guess Miami said, "What do we got to lose?" And they landed Giannis a little too late in his career, possibly. I don't know. He's getting old. He's dealing with some injuries. He's dealing with injuries at the most critical times the past couple years. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
If he can get his body right,
Not
who
wrong.
knows?
Calf strains for a guy his size are scary, and the way he plays too. I mean,
Not to
we all
mention
know what a
he's
calf strain
30.
leads to.
Yeah, yes. I don't remind me.
I know all too well.
Yeah. Uh, also, I think Giannis is 32, ain't he? 31, 32. He's getting up
Yeah,
there.
he's the same age as me. Yeah, about there.
Yeah. So he's getting there. How do y'all feel about that trade? Like I said, it's gonna be weird seeing him in a Heat jersey. I kind of wanted to see him retire in a Bucks jersey. Seemed like he was that type of player. Who knows? But
Um, I'm kind of whatever about the trade. I mean, obviously the Heat have a lot of building to do as well. I feel like I would have much rather them have had kept Tyler and Bam, and then had like a big three with Giannis, and then they could have gave away everything else, in my opinion, honestly. And then just picked up from there. But to give away Tyler, and then, but they went with that younger guard. I can't remember his name. He a dog though. On
Mitchell,
both ends.
Mitchell, Davian
Mitchell.
Mitchell,
Davion
yeah,
They,
Mitchell. Yeah.
yep, that's right. They
he a
they went
bucket.
with him. I think he's probably going to be the starter, honestly,
Oh yeah.
because he's a dog. He's solid. Plays both ends of the floor. Had a good season last year too. But I don't think he's quite Tyler Hero. He could grow into that. I mean, honestly, he could. We don't know what he's doing in the off season, so he could become that. But I think it's a good trade. I hope they don't make Giannis mad by, doing whatever it is they do. Because, sometimes, you know, Miami's supposed to be like this really nice place to play. But with Pat Riley and his mentality and his way of doing things, it really does push players away. So I wish he would get away from that. But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So we'll see how it goes. But I like the trade, honestly. Him and Bam, I think, is going to be pretty good. Bam can kind of play more outside, and Giannis can play more inside where he's comfortable. So kind of stretch the floor a little bit. So I think it's going to be great. I just need to see the
Yeah.
rest of the roster construction, honestly.
Oh yeah. 100%. Don, what do you think?
I honestly, if they go with this lineup right here, Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Giannis, and Bam, you're looking at the best defensive starting five in the league. But guess what each individual player can do on offense? Score.
Hmm.
That is honestly scary. I would love to see them get a decent bag up shooting guard that's at least averaging 12, 15 coming off the bench for Norman Powell. I would love them see them work on that bench next year because we know that the draft is already over. They really didn't pick up anybody. I would love them to work on their bench next year. And honestly, if they do that, they're definitely gonna be top five in the league.
Mm,
They're definitely gonna be top five in the league if they work on the bench next year. Because your starting five is already a force as is. But then you just
Hmm.
gotta figure out who can come off the bench and give you. But Bobby Portis is another. Bobby Portis definitely gonna come off the bench. He's a good player coming off the bench, but you just need to have those other four positions that you gotta have decent players coming off the bench for.
Yeah, their game's about to have final scores of like 90 to 80 because
Yeah,
they locking teams down.
yeah.
yeah. It's
I,
gonna be
I yeah, I'm
Bunch
excited.
of
I'm
bunch of
yeah.
two-way players too. It's gonna be
Hmm.
great.
it's gonna be fun to see. I didn't know Norman Powell was defensive like that. I'm gonna have to look up some highlights. I
Yeah,
did
he
not know
he can
that.
hold his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I like Davion a lot. I got to witness that. We Miami played Charlotte in that playing game. We barely scraped by and beat them, but Davion was not missing from three.
He had like 20
Respectfully,
something that game, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, he proved in the clutch he can score. It's gonna be interesting to see. I did kind of hate they had to give up Tyler Hero. I
It's a
kind of
big
hate
loss.
that. That's a huge loss, but hopefully they can make up for it. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole thing, but like I said, I mean, East is gonna be a little different next year because, like I said, I was preparing for Giannis to not be in the East. That
But
was
honestly, I can see it though. He's getting up in his career. Miami is a nice place to live. The area that the last time we was down there in Miami for that cruise, the area that we rode through is where like all the NBA, NFL player lives. It's right there on the beach. He's
mm.
probably gonna have a house right there. So he has a family, he has a kid. So I can see him being in Miami.
Can confirm you do not need a family in Miami.
Oh,
That's the last place you want to raise a family, but I digress. Who knows? But I don't know. Hopefully Giannis does well. I mean, I want to see him have that team make a deep playoff run. Like
I want him
really,
to win like three more championships, honestly.
he should have did that a while ago.
Yeah, I know.
can do it with the Bucks, but I digress.
The
We'll
Bucks
blame the
didn't.
Bucks.
Yeah, respectfully, the Bucks should have done a lot more to give him
They
help.
wasn't really trying to build around him.
Not at all.
Yeah.
They said, you
They,
know what? Here's Gary Trent Jr. He can help you.
bro, they said
Hey, the
here's.
Duke legend. I can't be mad at it.
Oh,
Here's Kevin Porter Jr. He can help you. What? Like, get out of here. No, what are you doing?
Yeah, look, they said we're gonna
Here's
give.
Thanasis back. He can help you. Okay.
What's bro from the Lakers that they gave him that crazy contract? He plays
Kuz.
horrible. Kuz, they say his Kyle Kuzma. He's gonna help you. Kuz averaged like 2 points and three handshakes. That man was horrible. Yeah, if I was Giannis, I'd be ready to go myself.
Sure.
Yeah, the drawing point would have been Damian Lillard. No disrespect for Damian Lillard, but I would have wanted you like maybe 5 years into your career, not like
5
nine.
years left in your career.
Respectfully, yeah. I'm still upset about that, Damien. You should have left while you had a chance. But who knows? You got John Morant on the squad now.
John Wick.
Ja Wick. Ja Wick on the Trailblazers. Let's talk about it. Look, he's not going to be the only shooter on the squad now. He got D. Lil with him.
Look, let me tell you what they did.
Oh,
They
I forgot
walked.
about that.
They
Yeah.
walked up to Cole's Pharmacy in Roxborough. It was like, let me get that $5 bill. But in trade, you got John Morant.
It don't make sense. I mean, I feel like the Celtics are trying to do what the Grizzlies were doing. They were so done with Ja, and nobody wanted John Morant. That's how I know that's the fact that he went to the Trailblazers knows that I know that nobody wanted him, and that's such a sad sight to see, man. When John Morant came into the league, man, wasn't he a dog? And
Exciting.
it took 4 years for that to just completely downfall, like completely just he obliterated. He did it to himself, respectfully.
Yeah.
He did it to himself, and now he's like, I mean, who knows? Maybe I don't know. Portland may not be the area for him to like. I don't know. He's gonna be with Damian Lillard, so maybe he'll start acting right. I I just feel sorry for Bro. It's almost as bad as being drafted to the Wizards. You're in the Trailblazers now,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We really don't need to talk much about John Morant because I feel like we're like kind of in mixed feelings with John Morant. Like
Nah, I've been saying that he should have been out of the league, but I digress. Because you making millions of dollars trying to act good to do what you.
27 days, 27 nights. Yeah.
Wish
But
him
he
all
put
the
up
best. I
to.
wish him all the best, though, man. He was one of
I
my
know.
favorite ones coming out of that draft, because he was in the same draft as Zion. So, I mean, those are two guys that really kind of didn't impress us, honestly. So, we'll see.
I
Yeah.
feel like John Morant should have been out of the league, so I have no mercy for him. I hope that he goes to the Portland Trail Blazers and they go like one in whatever.
1 and 81.
Jesus.
I honestly, it sickens me to see the downfall of John Morant because he had so much potential in the league that he just couldn't be like, yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet, sit down and hoop, get this bag. But nah, he had to go outside pulling guns on little kids at the parks. And it's John Morant, if you ever see this, just know I'm praying on your downfall.
Hmm.
Oh, that is crazy. That is wild. Ain't no telling. I don't know, but yeah, he's an interesting guy. Now let's turn the tables a little bit because obviously we got some. Shams just said something like an hour or two ago about trade rumors for the Golden State Warriors.
Mm.
This is crazy. He's saying it's potential that Anthony Davis and LeBron James are somehow going to make their way to the Warriors. And apparently Draymond Green opted out his extension contract. I'm not sure how that all works.
Player option. So
Player
you
option,
have the
yes.
option to opt in and get 27 million, or you can opt out and become a free agent.
Yes,
He
He
opted
opted
out.
out.
he opted out. What is
I
Golden
still don't
State
know how
doing?
Draymond is getting 27 a year. So, but I digress.
I think that's the only. I think the only reason that he was getting that is because he's the only player in the league that really knows Curry like the back of his fist. See how I changed that real quick. Shout out Jordan Poole.
Where is
But
Jordan Poole, by the way? But we can talk about Jordan Poole later.
Ain't he on the Wizards?
you
Thought
know,
he was with New Orleans.
I'm gonna have to double check that.
No,
Hey,
you're thinking about Murray.
maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. DeAndre, yeah.
Yeah, but if these rumors were to come true, somebody said instead of the Golden State Warriors, it will look like the Olden State Warriors because everybody's old at that point. I know LeBron and Curry. I mean, LeBron said multiple times he wanted to play with Curry. At the height of his career, LeBron wanted to say he wanted to play with Curry. I think it's a little late now, but who knows? Something may happen. You know, you got two goats on the same team, plus AD. Who knows what
Mr.
happened?
Glass himself.
Mr. Glass, Mr. Glass. What do y'all? Okay, if it happened, let's say hypothetically speaking, if it happened, how much would it change Golden State's outcome in the West? Would it change it a lot, or like, nah, the new generation?
Mm,
Go ahead, Don.
I honestly, I could see it because that's respectfully three vets that's on that team. So we know that they're gonna have to give up Jimmy Butler. Kristaps Porzingis is gonna be out of there.
Oh
He just
man.
resigned.
Yeah, he did just resign.
Yep.
Mm,
He just
really?
resigned.
Oh
Hmm.
Yep.
gosh, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So so
Yep.
that
2 year, 40 million contract extension through the to return to the Golden State Warriors through 2027, 2028.
okay, so in that instance, Draymond will be gone.
Honestly, a lot of people from Golden
Melton
State,
probably would be gone. I can see them getting rid of Gary Payton,
Gary Payton's gone, 100%.
Al
Pazinski? What
Horford.
about Pazinski?
He's cheap.
No, because
And he's selling his.
respectfully,
Well, go ahead.
respectfully, my starting five, if we don't get rid of Pod, would be Curry, Pod, LeBron, AD, and Kristaps.
Give me Draymond over Kristaps, respectfully.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
I could agree with that. I ain't gonna lie. I
But
could
they
agree
just
with that.
extended him. So why? So we know Draymond, we know Kristaps probably ain't going nowhere right now, unless somebody's willing to eat that cap hit of 2 year 40 million. But it's kind of dumb. Like, hey man, sign here on this dotted line. All right. Hey, by the way, we traded you to purgatory somewhere. I don't know, So
Yeah,
But then, like,
but
here's also what the thing, like, with him opting out of it. It's not like the Golden State can't give him a bigger contract and he signed back with them.
touche. But I'm
That
assuming that Draymond is likely going to try to take a pay cut.
it's possible. Yeah,
that's true.
That's what most players that are on not a downward spiral, but most players that are aging out or don't feel like they have too much more left to offer, that's usually what they do. They opt out so that the team can have a little more money to use and so they can have a better chance of winning. So they can still contribute their little bit and then give extra money to somebody else, like a LeBron, like
Yeah,
a
I'm about to say,
AD,
yeah.
right? So I don't. I don't know though. I
Cause
don't know.
didn't Bron do that with was it Miami? He
All the
did that
time.
with yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it worked
Took a
out in
pay
the end.
cut.
It worked out in the end.
Sure did. Sure did. You know who else should have opted out and took less money?
Jimmy,
Nope. Trey
Yeah, about to
Young,
say
dog it.
Trey.
Somebody thought it was a good idea to give that man. How much they give him? 40 something million?
They gave him a
Or was it
good.
30? 30 something? Like 32? Anyway, we don't have to talk about that. But I do like
League.
the Golden State idea. I just
Hmm.
think that with the West being as strong and as young as it is right now with Oklahoma City, San Antonio, etc., I think you have to think about that. You
100%.
can't get older and expect, well, you can't really get older and expect to win. Look at the Clippers. They had the oldest team in the league average. What did they do this year? Did they make it? Did they make it to the playoffs? I think they lost in the play-in, right? We
Did they
can't
even make it to
remember.
the
That means
play-in?
they ain't make it.
Yeah, I genuinely cannot remember. That's the bad
So
thing.
you look at that and it doesn't work. The West is way too young. They're way too active. They no. So you gotta
But here's a,
if
here's
you
a,
keep
here,
those three old guys, this is my last point, and I'll let you go, Dom. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
You keep those three old guys, four if you count Porzingis. You gotta let two of them go. You can only keep two of them,
Yeah.
respectfully. So if I'm keeping Braun and I'm keeping Curry, right? Because that's maybe ideal. I gotta have another guard that can guard the other team's best guard, right? Because Curry's a liability on defense. And then I gotta have another somebody either bronze size or preferably larger, taller anyway, that can guard the best forward on the other team. Then I gotta have a solid center as well. That's not injury prone, so preferably
Hmm.
not Kristaps Porzingis. So that's kind of how you have to balance because again, Braun and Curry ain't playing no defense. Not well enough
Yeah.
anyway to compete with the youthfulness of the East of the West, excuse me. You got to have three other players on your squad, right, that can fill those gaps. Just like if you making a team for Luka Doncic, right? He ain't gonna play no defense. Austin Reeves, he ain't gonna play no defense either. So what you gotta have? You gotta have three players that can play some defense, right?
So
It's
why did
just
they
the bottom
just
line.
re-sign DeAndre Ayton?
I don't know why they did that.
Get rid of
Oh,
that man. Check
yeah.
him for see if he's sports gambling on the side. There's no way you can play that bad. He's always betting the under on himself. Shout out Malik Beasley.
Federal charges.
I tell you. Oh, Trey Young, it was 4 year, 212.
Insane.
I'll be honest
Insane.
Insane.
with you. I forgot that man was in the league, but I digress.
we I tell you. I tell you, and you know what's crazy? This is completely off topic, but I just in the back of my head. Have y'all seen Nikola Jokic lately?
He's looking in shade.
Brother, he lost like 45 pounds.
Mm.
Look up Nikola. He said, you know what? Let me lock in for real. I saw a recent photo of him like working out. He did like a crazy transformation. Biceps, triceps popping off, stomach is down. I said, uh-oh. I said, we about to
Trouble.
But
see.
he's
There
but he
gonna
said
be
in the off
trouble.
season, I'm taking Ozempic and working out.
I'm just saying, Wes might be cooked if that man Nikola's getting into better shape. He was outdoing dudes in okay shape. Let that man get into better shape. It's gonna be up for the league.
I feel like it was the same thing with Luca. You know, when he got in shape for this last season, we
Hmm.
saw a noticeable difference in his energy and all in, really his game as a whole. Nikola could be the same way.
But
Honestly, he gonna they both uh they can be scary, honestly. So
Yeah.
they need to get rid of Aaron Gordon though. Get somebody a little more reliable, just a little bit more reliable, a little bit younger. Aaron be getting hurt at the wrong times. Wrong time to
always,
be
it
getting
never
hurt.
fails.
But on paper, it says that Nikola plays exponentially better when Aaron Gordon's on the floor with him.
I realize that, but he's only sitting there at the dunker spot waiting for a lob because you got a double. Dog, you could pay me a couple million to get out there and do that. Shoot,
Yeah. I don't
I can
know.
lay the ball up fast.
I don't know.
Just saying.
I like me some Aaron Gordon, so I guess I'm a little skeptical. But
Nah.
I don't know. Of all the trades that's been going on, of all the re-signing extensions trades, I feel like this next year is so weird. You know what I haven't really been seeing? The Knicks. I haven't seen the Knicks kind of make any moves the offseason. And one thing that I will say that I think that a lot of people say nowadays that I don't think is really true, they say, hey, the team that you have, try to keep everybody, you can win next year. But you need to really be focused on making your team better. We
Period.
need to make it better. If we have a chance to go out there and kind of, I don't know, replace one of these guys, he's good. But what if this guy's he's great? I I think I think people aren't really focusing on that because I'm seeing a bunch of teams around like doing some crazy stuff, trying to really make their team booming. But Knicks, you gotta lock in Knicks. I don't know. Jalen Brown's up for grabs, so I mean, get rid of some people. Get rid of some people. What you saying no for? Jalen Brown's the truth.
Not on the Knicks, respectfully, no.
I
Send
like
him
it.
to the
My
Hornets.
my problem is I just don't like that the Knicks would have to give up possibly likely OG and Miles Bridges to some capacity. I don't like that if that were a possibility. But hey, let's get JB. I mean, Jalen Brown. I'm about to say Jalen Brunson. Let's get Jalen Brown on the on the on the Hornets. I'm down for that. We got all those doggone picks and those pick swaps. They do nothing for us. Give it up. The
I
Celtics
just
can win right now without JB, so they'll be just fine. They can afford to wait a little bit. We can't afford to wait. We could be in the playoffs next year if we have Jalen Brown.
You're not wrong, respectfully. I'm not gonna lie. You, if we had Jalen Brown on the squad, we would 100% make the playoffs. So
Just saying.
just saying. I don't know, but out of all the, this is the last part I'm gonna ask about this. Out of all the trades, the extensions, which team do you really think Juan has the best outcome so far during the offseason? Dom, go ahead.
Timberwolves.
100%.
Timberwolves, because you got Melo, you got Anthony Edwards. You just picked up a shooter, Isaiah Evans. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? Respectfully. Their PR team is going to be in the hassle all doggone season because you got doggone LaMelo. You got LaMelo and Anthony Edwards on one team. Those interviews is about to make history. But plan wise, you lost Nas Reed, which was a big body, which was a very underrated player. Um, and then they traded Julius Randle too.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah, I
yep.
forgot they got rid of him.
So you
And
you
he
did
was so
lose.
good for them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He his pride didn't show. On a team like that, you don't need a player that pride will show.
Mhm.
You need really now three key role players on that team. Um, but respectfully, I can easily see them being in the same position as they was this year, if not making a little bit further. I we got to go catch a game this season, catch
For sure.
Timberwolves game because
That's gonna be their most expensive game because they're gonna be total trash. But when Lamelo come back, they're gonna be like, "Hey, we're gonna put our $20 tickets to $100 tickets."
hey,
Hey, we're
hey,
gonna be waiting on that schedule to come out. We definitely
bless
catching
you,
Minnesota.
bless you,
Yeah.
because
I will say that for me, the biggest winner was Miami. Why?
Mm.
Because they got the biggest star of the summer. Point blank, period. The hardest part about building a championship team or even getting to this point is getting the star, right? Now, again, it should be easy to get people in Miami, but because of certain mentalities and ways of doing things, it's very difficult to get players to buy in to like, wait, you telling me I gotta stay in shape and be within a certain percent body fat percentage, otherwise you're gonna tax me? Please take me to Orlando. you know. So I think if you look at that aspect of it, just getting their star in Giannis, I think that's the hardest part. They succeeded. They got him. Now they can build this team around him and Bam, and now they can make it to hopefully another NBA Finals under Eric Spoelstra. And hey, I hope Giannis can get another one. But I do think that Miami got the big fish. They got the biggest fish of the summer, honestly.
Okay.
So let me ask y'all
Oh
this.
wait, I gotta get my take
Oh,
first. The team
my
that I
fault.
Yeah,
think.
Dom, shut up. Dang.
We didn't really talk about it. I'm gonna say the Lakers. They re-signed Austin Reeves for 4 years, 185. I have high hopes for Austin Reeves because I think the Lakers now are kind of gonna revolve their team around Luca and Austin. I see nothing but greatness out of those two. I see nothing but greatness. Add a couple more pieces, they can make another deep playoff run. Whether they do or don't have Braun, they need one more player. I think they need one more player, a big. I don't know what kind of big. I don't know who. If they get that one more player, I think Lakers in the end they gonna highly anticipate greatness out of Austin Reeves. Nobody anticipated it, but I'm gonna say re-signing him for 4 year 185. That was a good thing on their part. That's all I got to say on that. Dom, go ahead and say what you're about to say.
Giannis on the Magic.
That's a nasty team.
Ooh, with Paolo. Ooh, that'd be kind
And
of.
Franz Wagner,
Oh, I forgot about Wall. Yeah, he's that would have been dope.
Desmond Bain.
Yep.
Desmond
Uh,
Bain, yeah.
See, the big problem is you can always say like, "Oh, just take that player and put him there," but you forget about the people that
Gotta
have
go.
to go away from that team. So that's what makes
Yep.
it difficult. It's like, "Oh yeah, they got Giannis, but they gave up two players that were starters and three draft picks." You're like, "Ugh, Jesus." So,
respectfully,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I don't
give
know.
up. I would give up Wendell Carter Jr. and Jalen Suggs.
They need more though. They need
for
more.
Giannis, for sure.
They need a
Who, who,
star.
who did they just get rid of him for?
Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Four
Uh,
players and draft picks.
yes.
I digress.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this guy. You know what, Anthony? Kick him back to the waiting room so we can finish. Yeah,
I'm
let
on
the
it. No,
grown
I'm
folks
kidding.
finish talking. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Yeah, like Johnny said, it's easy to say, "Hey, this person be there," but you always got to think about, money in, money out. It's
Yep.
like ATM, you know. But I don't know. It's neither here nor there, I guess. Well, that is it for the podcast today. It was NBA. I mean, hey, there's a lot of stuff coming out right now, so we don't control these things. But as always, we have our top three special. We choose a topic, give you what our top three is, and today is our top three most comfortable shoe that we have or have purchased. I'm going first. Now, first and foremost, shout out Crocs. Man, these things as comfortable as I don't know what. After a good hoop session, I slipped those bad boys on. Picasso, can't complain.
Are
Number
those
two,
Croc or Nike?
the Crocs. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. See, right? I don't know if you can barely see it. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Crocs.
see it.
Cause I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
Oh
lie,
man.
I went to that the Tinker Outlet in Melvin looking for him. They said, yeah, we only got one pair and they was in pink. I was upset.
Was it in your size though?
Nah, I was
oh,
like a 10.
I would have look. I'm a 10. I would have took them bad boys.
very comfortable. They only like $40, $50, I think. Got like a couple pairs of them. They're really comfortable.
Got to get me some.
Yeah, number two is my New Balances. They are the 725 model, a little bit more bulkier, a little thick on the heel, perfect for walking. Honestly, walking around the city. And it's kind of like a little dressy kind of shoe. So if you're trying to like dress up a little bit, I use the
Hmm.
bad boys. Now third, they are my running shoes. Shout out Nike. They are a Nike Run Swift 2. They're a good beginner running shoe. I bought them because I'm trying to like run. Uh, it's not working out too great for me. I do good, but I usually use them for when I'm on the treadmill. But they're very comfortable because the shoes I had before tore my feet up. As if I haven't had bad feet already, they tore them up even worse. It was pretty bad. I'm not even gonna go into details about it. Right. Junior, give me your top three, man.
All right, so I'm big on Nike, so too. So like my number one most comfortable shoe, honestly, this is truly my number one. I don't usually rank. I'm usually no particular order, but these Nike Air Max ones that I bought, they were the Obsidian, so they're like white with like this navy blue. Very, very simple shoe. That is the most comfortable shoe that I probably have still. I've had this shoe for probably 3 years now. I actually just started working out in them and they are still holding up and they are extremely comfortable. So you look up the Air Max 1 Obsidians, that's my shoe. That's my shoe. My number two are gonna be the my New Balance 574s. They're the ones that you usually see people, standing around in. They look like orthopedics and junk like that, but man, they are so comfortable. You can stand, they're good for walking, but for standing too. I mean, you can stand in those bad boys all day. Feet won't be hurting. Insole stays nice and it doesn't really get too compressed because I wear mine a lot, but they're so solid. And my third are my Hey Dudes. One thing I love about Hey Dudes, good thing and bad thing. They're easy to slip on, slip off, easy. They come in so many different styles, more casual. You get some that's waterproof. You can get some, even if you work in like a restaurant, you can get them for any type of occasion, really. But the best part about it is that when the insole wears out, you can eat just as easily pull the old one out, throw it away, and buy a 2 pack of those insoles and slide some more in and pick up like you never left off. It is so marvelous. And I got like I got like 4 or 5 pair of Hey Dudes that I just kind of rotate in. But the black pair that I have, those are my ride or dies, man. They go with anything and everything. It don't matter what I got on, except maybe like a suit, obviously. But man, they're such a solid shoe. That's my top three.
All right, bet. Shout out Hey Dudes.
Hmm.
Dom, top three. Top three.
Oh, number one, it took me back to my Duke days. We used to walk like 6, 7 miles a day. Vapor Maxes. I could easily walk those miles, and at the end of the day, my feet would not be hurting at all. My number two probably would be those New Balances 550s. They're more like a dressy shoe, but walking, standing, it don't matter. The insoles, it's like that gel memory foam to where it forms to your foot. It's mad comfortable. Number three, just really any croc that you buy. Like Ant said, after hooping, slipping on those Crocs, it feel like heaven on earth. It be like after this past Sunday, me doggone catching that crap, slipping the Crocs on. I was fighting for my life in that car, but I made it.
You have to start bringing a massage gun to hoop sessions, work out your doggone calf cramps.
I knew Dom was in trouble. The man said shoot. Oh my god, that joke. He did.
Dom said this thing not coming out. He said is not going anywhere. I was like, Dom, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, this is not just not going anywhere. I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, he's done. He was over there on that bleacher. You're just stretching, trying to get that cramp out. My
But
goodness.
every time I take the pressure off of my toes, it ball right back up.
That is so great. I do have a question
Oh my
about your Vapor
gosh.
Max though, because I got a pair of Vapor Max too. Also very comfortable. I can't do a lot of walking in them, do I feel like. I early on I could walk in them a lot because they were like that knit kind. They were
Yeah,
really comfortable. Do you have the Vapor Max or do you have the Vapor Max Plus? Because they feel totally different.
I think it's a Vapor Max Plus because the regular Vapor Max is the one that's not the knit, right?
I'm pretty
Maybe.
sure. I'm pretty
I don't
sure.
know. I don't
Because
know.
but the only problem that I have with them is that like after walking a lot, the heel of them it
Yeah.
wears out. If they could just improve on that, then hey, they definitely be a top tier shoe.
Mm,
Now, Dom,
okay.
you had the plus. I'm looking at it now.
The
I want.
Plus are
I
sturdy.
remember. Yeah, they were
Very.
the plus.
They're
Yeah,
different. They're different.
Yeah.
yeah. That flight net was a little. Oops.
It's a little flimsy.
Yeah, it's a little flimsy.
A
Yeah,
little flimsy.
I had both the Flynet and the Plus. Plus
Yeah.
was 10,000 times better. But that is it for the podcast. As always, we here.
Just one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Nike, Bass Pro, even Dreamville.
Hey,
Go on and sponsor us.
Still waiting on the sponsorship.
gotta get the sponsorship going. Nike, rock with us. Send us that new. I ain't gonna cap. Send us that new Caitlin Clark shoe that's about to come out. I'll hoop in
We
them.
all
Shoot.
hoop. I'm about to say we all hoop. So
Yeah, I need some new hooping shoes for real.
look,
Or give me the new Asia Wilsons. Either or.
you send me that shoe. I average 10 points, 4 flagrants.
200,000 in fines.
And
The new
random
Draymond.
two random 3-pointers that people could be like, "Don't shoot it," and they just go in.
Bank. Bank is open.
Shout out Saturday hoops, but no, Friday hoops. That was Friday hoops, yeah. But as always, check us on all socials. Top 3 at Bushy, and as always, I don't know, top 3. That's all I gotta say.